Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Josh.
And I'm Kat.
And we're just going to go over our antique mall booth. We actually just ended our first real month. We did get a free, 6 or 7 days?
I think it was only 4 days.
4 days maybe?
Yeah.
We'll say a week. We got like a free week because the woman charged us wrong. So the person that is really in charge of it, when we went and talked to her a few days later, she told us not to worry about anything, that she had it all fixed. So the money we paid, instead of the prorated, which we were supposed to pay, she said I just took that and put that for the month of September. So September was paid, and we actually just got our check for it, and it was pretty good. Total honesty here, I didn't think we were going to do next to anything. I told Kat, prepare for nothing. Prepare to lose money this month. I figured we could get in there in September.
Don't see how much
We'd be seen when people are in there shopping. They know we're in there. They can, look, see what we have, make an idea of what they want to buy and stuff. But I figured we were going to lose money, and we didn't.
So when I first went into the antique mall, if you go back a few videos, he kind of is like doing a tour of this antique mall. I actually was talking to that woman he was just talking about, and I was asking her, like, since, the virus and everything that was going on, has sales been picking back up and things like that? And I was telling her that, we do have an eBay store, but, I really wanted to get into antique booths and things like that. And she was like, well, September's a good month to start. She's like, it's a slower month, but it'll get you out there and it'll get people used to you. And people will start to visit your booth, and then every time they visit, they'll make sure they stop by because you'll become one of their favorite booths, And going into this, I wanted to have a booth that I would visit. So our antique mall is kind of set up kind of funky. It's like 2 buildings with kind of like a tunnel, I guess. And it's a lot of old people. Like, I don't mean to sound mean, but it's a lot of people who just have always been doing this. So it's everybody kind of has their thing. So there's like a glass person, there's a sports person, there's a record person, there's artists, everybody has their thing in there.
I think there's like one booth of mostly nothing but salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
There's one with nothing but decoys,
So everybody kind of has their thing, and then there's some that are just kind of junk. Like, that's their thing, is like a junk booth. And, walking around there's always booths that I really enjoy going to, but I never really spend hardly any money there because, to me, it's overpriced. But whenever we drive by, the parking lot's filled with people, and I'm like, somebody's spending money there. If you're local to us, the Blue Crow it's a pretty big antique mall, and it's the second largest one in Virginia. So if you're new to our channel, the one we are in is called the Blue Crow, and it's on Route 13 in Keller, Virginia. And we rented a space that's 8 by 10, and it cost us $132. And I kind of want to be transparent about things like this, because I feel like a lot of people just say, I have an antique booth and I make money, and they don't really tell you the logistics of it, because it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, because when you go there, you see a booth and it's already done, and you're like, oh, this is cool. But you don't realize how long it takes to put the labels on every item and clean every item and wrap every item, and then you got to take it there, and then you got to stage it. And then you have to go in every few days and fix it because they mess with your crap. And we'll get into some other stuff later, but yeah, we were shocked when I opened the check. Well, when I opened the check, I'm gonna cover up our address, but they don't have an email system. So one of the things I don't like about ours is it's kind of old-fashioned. So I hear a lot of on YouTube that, oh, we get weekly emails of what we sell.
It's like a sales report.
We don't.
But we don't. But we can go there and ask, and they'll tell us exactly
they can
what's
pull
sold.
this up for us. So we can ask, but it was a nice surprise, because what we had been doing is on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, one of those days, almost every week we were restocking. We were taking a few banana boxes. If you Ever been to like a Walmart or a Food Line? You know what a banana box looks like. We were taking like 3 or 4 banana boxes a week and restocking and cleaning up our booth and reorganizing it and kind of staging it a certain way. And every week we kind of just look around and go, what's missing? And I would take pictures of it. And I'm actually probably going to do like a little montage in the video of some booth pictures. So you guys see what we're talking about. And I would sit there and just study my photos to try and figure out what I sold and what I didn't sell. And when we actually got this report, I sat there for like probably an hour, and it just blew my mind because I didn't realize we'd sold half this stuff, because you don't see some of this stuff. And I was just shocked. And like he said, our expectations were very, very low. We expected to break even.
I didn't even expect to break even.
I expected to break even.
I figured we'd lose a few dollars this month, and it will pick up. We lose a few dollars in September,
yeah.
And then October, November, December, we'd make a few dollars on it.
So just going over our report, we didn't sell anything September 1st. We didn't sell one item, and then on September 2nd, we sold 6 cups to one person alone, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, like one person came to our booth and bought 6 cups. Well, they spent $36 with us. So, I mean, to me, that was a good start to the month, you know, that you're getting there, you know. And then we sold a book, and he says I shouldn't be, like, nitpicky about this, but we fill out these vendor tags. Okay, so here's an example of our tag. So our vendor number is 585. This is the item number that we're on. That's our price, and this is our description. So somebody in the antique mall is very attention to detailed. They'll actually put like the entire description like in this, and then somebody isn't very detailed.
Those mugs were Garfield cups.
But we had like a couple different kinds in our booth, and I had them labeled differently because for different purposes, so I could tell which ones I was selling, which ones I didn't. And I'm pretty sure we ended up selling all of them all together. Like, I don't think we have, maybe we have one left. But we had tall ones and we had short ones, and we had some where they had balloons on them and some where they didn't have balloons. I had made sure I put, like, all the different varieties down just because I wanted to know, like, which ones we were selling. The person who invoiced it, you know, just put Garfield cup or Garfield mug, and they weren't even mugs, they were drinking glasses. So it was one of those things where you're like, what? Which ones did I sell, you know? But I digress. It's fine. It's fine. And then, like, one of the things we sold was a Barbie, and literally they just wrote Barbie when I had put down the specific kind of Barbie it was.
And another thing we sold was, I think we sold a couple cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And they just wrote cassette.
Yeah, they didn't tell us which cassette it was, and they were $5 cassettes. So I'm assuming they were the good ones because, and I say good ones, we had a mix of cassettes. So we had some like Leonard Skinner, and then like Elton John and decent ones.
Lionel Richie.
You know, we had some good ones, and then we had some not so good ones like
in our eyes, maybe not so good ones. Like we had a bunch of country music.
Yeah.
And country music is not really our thing,
But
but in the
like,
area we are, country music is probably king here.
But it wasn't even like good country music. Like it wasn't Garth Brooks or like George Strait. It was like lower than that, you know? Like it wasn't anybody I knew. So I was like, eh. And when I looked them up on eBay, the going rate for them was like $2.99, $3.99. So I was like, I'll throw $3 on those, $4 on those. So those cassettes that sold were $5 cassettes. So.
And we did sell one $3 cassette, but it just says cassette.
So I don't even know what it was. And the thing I held up was actually something I just did on a whim, and we actually ended up selling a ton of these. So I actually reordered these. These are Amazon stickers. I actually ordered these, and I got gifted some of these. So I just did 10 packs of stickers. These are Mandalorian. I was like obsessed with the show. It was on Disney Plus. I loved The Mandalorian. I thought it was fantastic. And I wanted some of these stickers to put on my planner. So I bought a pack, and then I had a bunch of them, and then I got gifted some Office stickers. And what other ones did we have?
Some like Beetlejuice or...
Yeah, I had some...
Tim Burton, maybe.
Some Tim Burton ones that I had, and I had some like meme theme ones, so like social media type theme ones, and I got these little baggies off Amazon that, you know, had the little holes in them already, and they self-seal, so I was like, I'm just gonna put stickers in them, and maybe when people come by our booth, you know, they'll be intrigued. And we ended up selling a ton of these. Like, I want to say we sold like 10 packs of these. So, I mean, that was something I already had in my house. So I thought that was a surprising thing. Like, I thought we were going to be able to... And I think these will sell really well around Christmas time. Because I think these will be, like cool little stocking stuffers. Like, I know, like, if I was looking for something to put in his stocking, like, he would probably be like, thanks, stickers. But if that was his thing, like, if he had, like, a MacBook or something like that, you know, and he put stickers on them, like, and he really liked The Mandalorian. So I actually just bought... more Office stickers. I bought Friends this time, even though I don't like Friends. Other people do. I bought some inspirational quotes because, like I said, I put mine on the planner. I bought some Kobe Bryant ones because, you know. What other ones did I buy? Some Galaxy ones because, I mean, I like Galaxy stuff. I buy stuff I like, in all honesty. I just buy stuff that I think is cool. So... that to me was a surprise. I sold a Bible. I saw Kevin from Commonwealth Picker Flipper. If you guys are here because he shouted us out in his video because we bought it. And a man. If y'all know what that is, then you came because of him. I saw him buying Bibles, and I ended up picking a Bible up for like 50 cents, and it was called Beautiful Bible Stories. And I threw it in my booth, and somebody bought it for $10. And it was just one of those things where I was like, I wonder if I could sell this, and I could. I'm
going to be honest, it's really, when we're looking at this this sales report, it's really hard to let y'all know exactly what sold.
Well, I broke it down.
We can decipher some of the stuff. But, like, other parts of it, they just put Wii.
So it's a Wii game.
I know it's a Wii game. I don't know which game it is. They put Candle. They put Barbie. They put Ken. They put stickers. I don't know which set of stickers sold.
Yeah, we don't know which ones.
Elton John. I'm assuming that's the cassette.
That was a cassette, yeah. We did sell a Ouija board. That was cool.
They put Ghost, but it's spelt like toast instead of the G.
Yeah. Sold some salt and pepper shakers.
They put Welcome.
Welcome was a embroidery sign. I know what that is. It was I think I paid 50 cents for it.
I mean, we can go through and get some of the stuff down, you know, no problem.
Yeah, I can kind of remember.
But it would, just a little bit better description would have helped.
Yeah, so I told him I think one day I'm just going to have him leave me there with my MacBook, and I'm physically going to go through every item we have in our booth and try and log it on like a spreadsheet or something so that I know. And like this item alone didn't even have a item number. They left it off.
Are these stickers?
No, they were the plates. I had some Pottery Barn Halloween plates. And they were so cute. They were just plastic plates. And they had like a spider on them. They had a ghost. They had pumpkin faces. And I bought stacks of them at a thrift store that we love. It has absolutely become my favorite thrift store. If we do a video there, it's going to have to be voiced over because they play music so loud there.
But they play good music.
I hate it, and I hate the music there so much. It's so freaking loud. But I paid 99 cents for all of these plates, or 49 cents, like each stack. I think I paid 99 cents for the whole stack. And I ended up pricing them at $3 a piece, and one person bought all of them for $24.
But just
and it made my heart so happy.
Just a small example. They were listed $5.22, maybe $5.21 through $5.29, and that was the description they gave us. It didn't say plate, Halloween plate, nothing. It just says $5.24, $5.29, $5.28, $5.27. Like,
yeah, but I knew what they were because I knew what I priced them at, and like I sold a lap quilt. It was a hand stitched lap quilt. It was absolutely beautiful. Definitely vintage, and I could tell it was hand stitched because I had a great grandmother that made quilts, and I knew what it was when I picked it up. And it wasn't very big, but it was beautiful. And I priced that sucker at like, what was it?
$10, I think.
No, I think I did $12 because it was very, very small, and somebody bought that. But our booth is kind of split. So one wall is kind of toys. There's a small like men's section that where you have like NASCAR stuff and cassette tapes and things like that, and then it becomes dishes. We have a section with flannel that I distressed myself, so I bleached them and I dipped them and things like that. We sold 1 or 2 of those. And then we have an unknown item.
Yeah, the description is can cleaner. I'm not sure if it's
even ours.
If they could, it might not even been our item. It might have just been the number they wrote down. They maybe it was like 505, and when they made the little loop on the 0, maybe they made an extra loop or something and made it 585, or just the description they wrote down was just awful and they couldn't understand our handwriting. But it whatever it was, it sold for, it was supposed to be $24. They got a large discount on it. It was $4.80 discount. We have our booth set up where if the customer asks for a discount, they'll get 10%. But that's 20%. So I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
But we'll take it.
It's a question mark.
We'll take it.
We're very unsure. But I ended up doing some kind of we ended up selling 65 items total for the month. 40 of them came from the dish decor part of the booth. 20 of them were toys. 4 of them were cassettes, and then that unknown item. So, I mean, I think for 65 items, that's like crazy good. I think that's, for 65 items and what we made is like crazy good too, so.
You want to just show them the number we got?
No, you can tell them because they take 10% first of all.
They take 10% off the top. And again, we paid the $132.
Yeah.
Off the top. And instead of them taking this month's rent, because all this was for September, so instead of them taking October's rent out of this, we actually just paid out of pocket. So we get this check and divvy it up the way we do. But that's the number we got. Almost $445, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, total we made though, what did we make? We made, our retail was $494.20, so.
Almost $500.
Which blew our minds.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Out of 65 items.
Even when we started going back, like every week and looking,
yeah,
we were like, man, you know, we'll probably make
a couple $100.
$200, $250, you know?
And I think our most expensive item was a decoy that we bought in that attic purchase. I had a lot of trouble pricing that because it's a local artist. I looked him up on Facebook, and he really didn't have any of his prices out there. Now, I have a grandfather who does decoys, so I already know the value of a decoy. His decoy was painted, and I didn't want to reach out to him and be like, how much do you sell this for? You know? Because I think that's rude, because...
It wasn't like a huge decoy. I mean...
It was a small one.
It was a small one. It had a little stand on it, and it had like a little rod or something that it like stood on. And
no, I don't know what
I
you're
think it was connected to
No,
the...
it was definitely a flat one.
Oh.
It was a little green bird. It was really pretty though, but his stamp was awful. Like he messed it up, and he did it a couple times, and it took me a little while to decipher it, because as soon as I said the name, it was Jimmy Bowden, or I'm hoping I'm saying
Bowden, but
Bowden. I've heard it said both ways lately, so I wasn't too sure. When I said the name Jimmy, my dad got excited because there's a local artist named Jimmy Pruitt who's top tier famous for decoys around here. So my dad got really excited, but it wasn't him. This one's from the island of Chincoteague. So I tried to kind of price it, and I found some people selling them locally, and it looked like they were going between 75, 50, 100, depending on how big they were. So I thought, you know, I would throw 50 on it, and then in a few months, if it hadn't sold, I would kind of slash the price. I'm assuming the person who bought it either worked at the antique mall or is one of the other vendors, because they asked for the discount. And I don't think a lot of people know about the discount, because I didn't even know about the discount, and I've literally been shopping there since it opened. Like, I didn't know the discount was even a thing. So, I mean, if you're local, make sure you ask for a discount there, because apparently that's like a thing. Like, I just thought each booth could be on sale, but no, apparently there's even more discount than you can get than that. But this person, I'm pretty sure that decoy got sold the day, like, I wonder what day the 16th was on. What day was the 16th on? It got bought the day I put it in there. Or the day after I put it in there.
Yeah.
So, whoever it was either worked there or... And the funny thing is, though, the main woman who works there, she's on it, man. She sees who comes in, and I was telling him there was another vendor who came in at the exact same time we came in one day, and as soon as that guy left, she was in his booth, and her arms were, like, full. And then, like, as soon as he left, she didn't know I was in the booth taking pictures. She was, like, beelining for our booth, and I was like, hi? And she's like, oh, hey, hi, and she, like, kept walking, and then as soon as I left, I saw her leave the desk and go back there, and I'm like, oh, like, that's what you
totally
do.
fine with us.
That, like,
it worked for me.
You're a paying customer, 100% be a paying customer, but it was just, like, one of those, like, funny things, like, I just thought it was funny, you know, like, okay, like, so I'm assuming whoever bought it saw, because I had put the decoy on the top shelf of a bookcase, I'm assuming whoever saw it was like, that's interesting, and flipped it over and was like, oh, I know him, or maybe I priced it too low, and they bought it and put it in their booth for $100. I don't know. Or maybe they knew him personally and was like, somebody's got one of your decoys in their booth real cheap right now. Do you want me to buy it back for you? You know, because I know, me personally, if I had seen, like, my granddad's decoy in a booth super cheap, I would probably personally buy it. Just because it's my granddad's, you know? So, I don't know. I'm curious who bought that. But I'm super happy with the start. I don't think we've started this month, like, super hot. No, I take it back.
We gotta have.
I think the few items we've sold have been...
It kind of sucks because we did sell a $30 table in there.
Yeah.
And we actually did not have that table for sale. And the customer asked the lady at the desk.
To call me.
She called and she said $30, and the customer agreed to buy it. And she said she'd pick it up the next day, and then she didn't. So...
But they did...
It's not all great.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I would say I'm not too fond of is the disrespect people have for your booth. So, we've gone there a couple times, and a few of our items have just been thrown. So, we have a Sesame Street playhouse that's like from 1974, 72, 76, one of those years. Literally, I found that thing just thrown in my booth a couple times now.
Yeah, one time they just put it on top of the quilt rack.
Yeah. Like, very disrespectful things like that. And then today,
we got a nice Corningware
Spice of Life.
There you go.
I don't even know what this thing is called, but it's a specific pan. You know, you put it in the oven, it's...
Got a handle. And these actually come with lids, believe it or not. The lids on these are a little bit harder to find. These aren't your typical Corningware size pans, dishes, whatever you want to call them.
They're not the squares.
The big squares, not even big, like the medium sized squares or the big squares. You can normally...
The baking dishes.
You can find those lids other places. These ones not so much, and we actually, was it 2 of these?
We have 2 of these.
Two of these, exact ones. And when we went in there today, someone ripped the tape off and took our lid.
They left the tape, though.
Left the tape on here. I mean, they just ripped it off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still connected. They ripped it off the lid and left this in here. So someone got us for a free Corningware lid that goes on a pan like this that's really hard to find.
Yeah, so at first I was going to let it go and I was just going to leave it in my booth like that. And then the more I thought about it, like, I wanted to say something to the woman. Like, I wish I knew her name. I don't know her name, though.
I don't know.
And
But she's an amazing person. I really
like her, too. Like, Christmas time comes around, like, I'm going to give her a card or something. Because I really like her. And I went up to the desk and I was like, can I talk to you for a second? And she's like, sure. And when I put the pan down, she's like, she saw the tape. And the tape was on the sides. And she's like, your lid's gone. And I was like, yep. She's like, you're the second person to come up here with a missing lid. And I asked her, I said, do you think it's a customer or do you think it's a vendor? And she's like,
She said, I hope it's not a vendor. Like,
yeah. But my thought would be, this was $12. I mean, that's the only, I like to price my stuff like going rate. What I do when I price my stuff for the booth is I sit down with my phone and I go to eBay and I look at like going rate minus shipping, you know, things like that. And if the pans like this are going for $15, I'll put $12 on it. Now, I had $2 into this pan. So it's not like I had a lot of money into this pan. I had $2 into it. But I was more so excited that I found this pan with the lids. Because I hadn't seen these with lids before. So I was like, you know, it's pretty cool. I got it with the lids, you know. And I had looked and seen what other people were doing, and they were putting tape on them. And I actually didn't want to put tape on them, like, at all. I actually bought washi tape because I thought it would be prettier. Now I'm, like, second-guessing the stuff in my booth with washi tape because clearly somebody didn't have respect enough for me or him or us in general to leave our stuff alone. And, you know, sometimes I go in the booth and my dishes will be crooked or they'll be completely moved. And I'm very respectful when I go and I touch other people's stuff. I try not to touch stuff I'm not going to buy, first of all, even if I can't find the price. And all our stuff in our booth is strategically placed so that you can see the price without having to move it. Now, the mugs and the cups, you might have to finagle around a little bit if you want the ones in the back. And I had a mug with some cuss words on it, but it was really funny. I made sure I put that on the back row at the bottom in case your small children walked by. Like, that's how respectful I try and be, you know, just because that's the type of people I try and be, you know, because I know that my sister-in-law goes to our booth with my small nephews, and I don't want my nephew to be like, what's that word, you know? I mean, I try and keep stuff like that in mind, you know, and our booth has candy in it for the kids.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's the kind of people I'm trying to be, you know? I'm trying to be that booth that, you know, you don't have to worry too much, and the breakables are on one side and the toys are on the other side, so I don't know, it kind of hurt my feelings, to tell you the truth, that somebody just ripped the tape off, and they have security cameras and stuff, but, you know, they don't have time to look to see who stole my lid, and what are the chances that the camera's in the exact angle, because, you know, all it takes is somebody, like, leaning over, and, you know, I work retail, I know how camera systems work, and they don't have, like, a high-tech one, they just have random security cameras, so, I mean, it just kind of hurt my feelings.
But the woman was really good with us, and
Yeah.
she did give us, we have it listed for $12,
Yeah.
so she gave us 50%. She's like, I'm going to give you a $6 credit on your account. So, I mean, she made it as right as she could.
Yeah.
Like,
so, I mean, I appreciated that. Like, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I told her, I was like, I'm just going to take it home. And, you know, now, next time I come in, like, maybe I'll lower the price on it, you know, because now it's missing the lid. I'll probably put $8 on it. you know, or $6 or something like that. But now, next time I go, I'll probably have to take some tape with me, because I have sets of Cinderella bowls, Pyrex Cinderella bowls in there, but no tape on them, you know, and I have...
And we do that to try to protect the integrity of the product. Like,
yeah, like I didn't want to put a bunch
like
of
even
packing
this,
tape on there. It's got residue on it
It's
now.
got the tape residue all on it.
I didn't want that on my products.
Like, we try not to put stuff on it because we don't want you to have to deal with that when you take it off. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's another option, but it's not looking too promising. I mean, we're gonna have to do something. We can't just have people taking our lids.
And I don't want to have to like shrink wrap stuff, because I want you to be able to touch it. I want you to be able to feel it. I want you to be able to look at the quality of it, because some things matter to people, like the stamps at the bottom. They matter to people. Like, I picked up some Corningware today that you can't see the stamp anymore, and that's just from use. You know, because your mom, your grandmother, the people who bought these originally, some of them used the hell out of them, you know? And then some of them didn't, you know? And that's the ones where you can read the stamp perfectly. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things, but...
Maybe this will be a good vessel for Enterman.
Our mascot.
Our mascot, our new mascot.
Right.
Thanks to Kevin. If y'all don't know what this is, if you ever watch Commonwealth Picker
Flipper.
or Commonwealth Flipper, he actually has 2 channels. One channel, you'll see him out doing his garage sales and stuff, and the other one, he shows what he's selling, like what's sold for him. And he's real family oriented. He has his wife's involved in the business, his kids are involved in his business. Like, he's awesome. Like, I really enjoy watching him. He's very knowledgeable, and he passes that knowledge along, and we actually wanted to buy something from him. And I mean, this is the perfect thing. He sells these to try to, if y'all know what a enema is, like, it's to help get stuff moving out of your store for eBay. It makes perfect sense. He sold a ton of these.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make sure
he sold like 900 or something.
And we wanted to make sure we got one.
And I think he originally bought them as like a joke, like when he first started. And then people, like if you follow RVA Flips or RVA, he had like fairy bridges or something. And as a joke, everybody bought them from him, you know? So, I mean, I think that was kind of like his joke thing, everybody. So now he's like stuck selling these for the rest of his life. But he
sold tons of them, and he threw in his business card, and he signed it for us, and he threw in a Commonwealth Picker sticker.
We've got a board up there. We'll have to put his stuff on. But we have a lot of cool stuff we're getting ready to bring to our booth for the holidays. I am secretly in love with vintage greeting cards. Like, I don't know what it is. They just make me happy. So I've got a bunch of those to bring to the booth. We've got some
I would
toys.
say I'd have some vintage Christmas ornament kits if you've seen some of our past videos, but I don't have too many of them left now.
I do have some vintage ornaments, though, that are coming to the booth. Some beautiful, beautiful vintage ornaments. I got at a garage sale. And it was a woman who closed her antique booth, ironically. But they are beautiful. And beautiful wooden ornaments that I'm going to put in our booth for the Christmas time. So if you're local, or if you're not local and you just happen to be traveling by and you want to check out our booth, it's booth number 28 in Blue Chrome. We appreciate all the support too, by the way, and all the subscribers that like come to our channel and watch our videos and like and comment and stuff. And if you have stopped by and you bought a sticker pack just because you wanted to buy something from us and they're $3, like, we appreciate you guys. Like, believe it or not, every little bit just keeps us going, because
maybe we'll take cue from John, the Cincinnati picker. Maybe we'll put in like a sign-in book, so when people buy something from us in our antique ball, we can, shout you out here in a video.
Yeah, and if there's like something, if you're local and there's something like you want, let us know so we can be on the hunt for it, because part of this, we love to hunt.
Yeah.
Like, we love to hunt for stuff. And speaking of hunting for stuff, we went garage selling this weekend, and we found the most amazing garage sale ever. So we have, our next video is probably going to be a haul video, but it's going to be a different kind of haul video, because we both ended up separating from each other, and we just made a huge pile at this chick's house. And I have no idea what he bought, and he has no idea what we bought. So we're just going to sit down and pick through the bag together And when I say bag, I mean like 3 IKEA bags.
IKEA bags. If you have any idea what an IKEA bag, those things are like that long. They're huge, and there's 3 of them. So.
And it's stuff we live for, because when we went to like a bunch of community yard sales, and we were kind of like, today sucks.
It started off so bad.
And then all of a sudden we rounded the corner and we kind of like made eye contact, and we were like, "Do you see what's in this yard?" And
just for perspective, we go 75, 80 miles away from our home. We have to pay a toll to get there. Not a cheap toll.
No, not even.
It's $20 total.
For us, but.
For us, because we have Easy Pass. But for a normal person going across, I think it's 18.
Both ways.
Both ways. It's 18 and 18 when you go back. And we didn't go to our normal city. We normally go to Virginia Beach. We tried to switch it up, and we went to Chesapeake, which is a little bit further ride. So we probably went
another 30 minutes out of the way.
Yeah, we're talking probably 85, 90 miles.
It was a beautiful community.
And the community was gorgeous. Gorgeous.
They just had junk.
And for the first probably hour and 15 minutes.
$5.
I don't even think it was. Yeah, it was $5.
We spent $5.
We bought 2 cross-stitching kits and
Tupperware.
3 things of Tupperware.
And finally we were like, we gotta go. We gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah, we had to go back to Virginia Beach.
And that's where we found her.
And that's where we found good stuff.
And I'll have to like put her links and everything in our video that we do, because she sells clothes on Instagram now. That's why she was getting rid of all this stuff. But
she used to sell this type of stuff.
Yeah, so.
And then she was getting out of this just so she could sell clothes.
And when I walked up, I immediately like started making a pile. And she's like, "Let me get you a bag." She's like, "You're my kind of people." And I was just like, how much is everything first? Because then like I thought about it, and I'm like, before I even start, because usually people like that are like, that's $5 each. She's like, "Oh, they're like a quarter, but the more you buy, the cheaper everything will get." And I was like, "Oh my God, give me a bag." And then I had 2 bags, and then I had 3 bags, and then I had a
when we
cube.
got done, we didn't bring our IKEA bags out there to the sale, but we probably stayed there for
probably like 45 minutes.
It was probably like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and we
could have got more.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
I could have got so much more. I had to stop.
We go to a yard sale. If we buy stuff, we're there maybe like 10 minutes tops.
In and out. We try and be quick because there's so many in that area.
We go in, we look, we find if we want to buy something, we pick it up, we pay, and we're gone.
Yeah, when I watch videos on YouTube of like other pickers, I'm like, you are wasting so much time. Get back in the car. Stop talking to them. Like, we don't hold the conversations that a lot of YouTubers do. Like, no offense, but like, they're mine. Y'all talk too much sometimes for me to like the people. And they're like, "How are you?" And they're holding conversations. I'm like, "Hi, how are you? Yeah, have a nice day."
Yeah, a lot of times you don't even like talk at all. Like I'll go out there and I'm always "Good morning, how y'all doing?" But as I'm saying it, I'm like looking around, I'm browsing and stuff.
I do like quick scans to see if there's anything that catches my eye, and then it's like back in the car, you know. So this was one of those sales where you dug through one time, then you had to go through another time, and then a third time, and then you still were leaving stuff behind because she had gold. Well, to us it was gold. To other people it was probably like, "Why are you buying this crap?"
Yeah, it's probably trash, but for us it worked. Gold. It worked for us.
Yeah, and I'm so excited, and I don't even know what he picked out, and he doesn't know what I
know some of the stuff she got, but I don't know everything because she probably had like I said, we didn't bring our IKEA bags out with us. So they were just putting everything in like paper bags and totes, like small little boxes
and stuff,
and like reusable bags. It took 3 of us to take everything to the car, and I'm a big guy and I can carry a lot.
But it was cool. It was very cool. So I'm excited about like just even looking through that stuff because it was like lots of 90s stuff.
Yeah. So that one's the next one coming up.
So yeah. So make sure you guys stick around. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Because 100 subscribers, we're doing giveaway, and I think everybody's decided we're doing like Goodwill gift card if I can find one. I don't know if Goodwill makes those.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm like certain they do.
But that's what everybody's decided they wanted on our Facebook page. If you don't already...
Was it Goodwill or was it eBay?
Oh, no, maybe it was eBay.
I think I'm pretty sure it was eBay card.
Never mind, it was eBay.
Card.
I totally forgot that.
But Goodwill does have gift cards. If you want to go get your family member a Goodwill card, they do sell gift cards there.
Everybody decided it's an eBay gift card. So, if you don't already follow us on Facebook, our Facebook's called the Parker Pickers, just like here. So, just type that in the little search bar, click, you'll find us, you'll see our faces. We use the same photo for everything. And we update that pretty regularly. And just like our Instagram is the Parker Pickers. I update that almost daily now with what sold. So, if you don't see a what sold here on YouTube, it's always on Instagram. And we do a money for money thing there. So, what we're turning our money into there.
Yeah,
so
what we paid
versus what we made.
What it sold for.
So, if you're into that kind of thing, Instagram, if you're into Facebook, that type of thing. So, we're not just here on YouTube. So, thanks for watching.
Stay safe, guys.